And P-Funk Allstars will be next.
Thank you guys so much. Tune in to PTV.
I'm gonna make you sick, y'all. It was released today.
Your butt will betray
And
you.
P-Funk Allstars will be next. And P-Funk Allstars will be next.
Somebody on Periscope said, has the new single been released?
Yes, it's out there, y'all.
Did you buy it?
I bought one
When?
last night.
Why did you decide to revive the Parliament name for this new album? The single sounds great. Very excited to hear the album. Let's start with the first question.
Why did I decide to? Because I did Funkadelic year before last with Shake the Gate. It was Parliament's turn. And P-Funk Allstars will be next.
Happy I'm Gonna Make You Sick release date. What's up, PTV? I like this one.
This one.
Which song has your favorite bass line?
I'm gonna make you sick of me. Yeah, that's got a motherfucker. Junie Morrison playing bass. Which song has your favorite bass line? Yeah. And you know that's saying something because Atomic Dog has some serious bass on it.
Okay.
Is Junie Morrison playing bass?
Yeah, Junie Morrison's playing bass.
Okay, can I also say he's the co-producer of the track?
Yep, and he is just before he passed, he did that.
I'll just say Junie Morrison, I'll just say R.I.P.
Rest in peace, yes. Oh my God. Nasty. A hole in my ass bigger than the hole in my ass.
Oh, and is this the one that also said, is it true that you told Eddie Hazel to play one half of that Maggot Brain? Was that the same question?
Yeah, play 1/2 of my. Yeah, that's saying, but what does that mean?
Is it true that you told Eddie Hazel to play one half of Maggot Brain like his mama died, and the other half like he found out his mama was still alive?
No.
Some of my friends say this backstory is a myth, but I'm not sure. Tell the truth. What happened?
Half of it was true. Not the, not the half. Is he the other half? Well, the half like play it like his mama died is the whole thing. Not
Okay, so just to play it like his mama died.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay,
That was it. And the one now is Medicaid Fraud Dogs, featuring a lot of horns. P-Funk horns, Fred Wesley, Pee Wee Ellis,
Wesley, P. Wee Ellis.
yes, and Greg Thomas, and Benny Cowan.
Let's answer this one. This quick. What's the drug of choice for a king of funk?
Chronic. Chronic.
But you can ready to get your own strand.
Oh, the P-Funk. Atomic Dog.
Uncut.
The
bomb.
all that shit.
And that's the only thing.
I don't even tell you high blood pressure meds. I ain't trying to get that kind of high.
Hey, give a shout out to Snoop.
Yeah, what up, Snoop? You gonna get high? Get some of that Snoop. He be having that. You be having that thing. You be having that real thing.
What's your relationship with Snoop like? How involved have you been in hip hop sampling?
Damn, what is that? But me and Snoop is cool. We always been cool. He got me fucked up at the BB King's one time, and I still owe him one. Hip hop sampling, I'll answer that question in about 3 or 4 months. It's getting better all the time. It's getting better all the time. Terrence, tell me about your experience with Ice Cube recording Bop Gun One Nation.
Okay, I got it.
What was your initial thoughts? Well, when you said Bop Gun, I thought he was talking about Bop Gun. I didn't realize till I got there that they were actually playing One Nation which was a little easier for me to do because I'm not trying to sing. Oh, I'm not trying to sing behind Glenn on Bop Gun, but that was a good track they had. It slowed it down and made it easy for me to sing. So that was a few years later. It was the bomb. I mean, I have no problem with Ice Cube stuff. Matter of fact, he and his band did the track for me on the remix of Ain't That Funkin' Kinda Hard on You. So that show you how much I depend on Ice Cube.
Yeah. And just personally, I just like to say out of all the artists and rappers, Ice Cube and Scarface, they always reach out to George and help him. So just thank you guys. A lot of people do a lot of whatever they can do, but just thank Ice Cube. And Scarface. I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah. They showed me my way through hip hop, you know. But I also like Happy to Have Happiness on Our Side on the Bernie Worrell album. All the Woo in the World.
Happiness on Our Side by Bernie Worrell?
Yes. That whole album, All the Woo in the World, is probably one of my favorite underrated albums.
What music do you enjoy listening to currently?
Like I said, Flying Lotus, Cardi B, Kendrick Lamar, and all of that stuff out of Atlanta. I don't even want to start naming it. Every time I turn around, it's a different song, but all of that trap shit, I'm trapped in it. I'm trapped in it.
Scarface, Jay-Z.
Yep, both Scarface album and Jay-Z's new album. That's at the top of the list right now.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
Jay-Z. 13.
Let's see. Medicaid fraud, dog. That's on my mind right now.
George, what planet are you from?
Sirius. Just like the radio station, better known as the Dog Star. Sirius A, I visit Sirius B. The Chili Peppers, what do you remember about? I remember the Chili Peppers. I remember the socks that they wore was too big, and I had to buy them some Snuffleupagus jock straps.
So where did they wear the socks?
Where the socks go? It was a jock strap. The socks was too big. Rock off with your sock on your cock. Well, I got them.
So that's where they did Abbey Road with the socks?
Yeah, when we was working on Freaky Style, they was coming up with the idea of wearing the socks. But the socks was too big, so I got them some elephant trunks called Snuffleupagus.
I like Snuffleupagus jockstraps.
Yeah, Snuffleupagus. Yeah, the Snuffleupagus. How did the George Clinton Family Series albums come about? They were leftover tunes from the sessions of Flashlight, We Want the Funk, and all the other hits that were not used on albums back then. And I got a lot more. Okay, did Snoop Dogg steal your song or did he have permission? He had permission. Dr. Dre called me in and we got together. We did, actually did that live and he sampled some of it, but I did a lot of my parts live on both his and Tupac's record. I did those in the studio with them. So yeah, they had permission. I had no problem with any of the artists that sample. Maybe one. You probably see that in my documentary later.
You know I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one. And I'd just like to say, too, I know that this is not a legal call, but like maybe 900 artists got sued on behalf of a publisher for your music. In the future, ask George and he can give you permission. It's simple. Just ask George. He has nothing to do with that. He don't receive any income from it or anything. Just ask George going forward.
I'm getting ready to. I was hard when I started. I'll be hard when I get through. Sunrise. Do you have anything to say about Sunrise? Well, he was one of my neighbors out there in the outer space. Him and Jimmy. He was a neighbor. Him and Jimi Hendrix. They lived in some cosmic projects not far from me.
Even though it doesn't matter, his wife's favorite venue is Paradiso in Amsterdam. Oh my God.
Well, that's not fit.
My favorite venue is any place with a stage. No particular place, no particular city. Any place I can plug in and get down.
Right. It don't bother. I mean, it kind of helps if marijuana is legal.
He's nominated for 5 Grammys too.
Yeah.
Even though the Grammys.
Oh yeah, we nominated this year again.
No, he's nominated.
He's nominated, but I'm on the record.
Yeah, but Grammys say that you don't get nominated.
I don't get nominated
because you have to have so many songs, but you have 2 on there.
Got 2 on this new album.
But the British Awards will give you a Grammy.
It's what's the craziest thing you've seen a performance?
Oh, okay.
It was Oklahoma City. I mean, Norman, Oklahoma. A girl.
What was it, Norman?
Norman, Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma, I think it is. The girl came up on the stage in overalls, dropped the pants, turned around with the pants around her ankle, bent over, stuck a joint up her butt, and blew 3 smoke rings. And we couldn't finish the show because people wouldn't stop laughing.
Best albums to listen to with a woman. Bootsy.
Bootsy. And what's the one we just listened?
Oh, yeah. Michael Franks.
Michael Franks.
Do you hate when fans wear your shirts to the shows, thinking to yourself in Jeremy Piven's voice, come on, don't be that guy?
I used to think that, but now I'm selling a lot of T-shirts.
Wait, what did you say? Say that again?
I used to feel like that, but now that what you call branding is the concept, I changed my mind on that. I wear my own T-shirts. I wouldn't wear them before, but I done found a way to like wearing them.
Because your wife made you wear it.
No, we selling T-shirts now.
I had to buy him some shirts, Shoshanda, to make him wear.
No, I didn't feel right with my own face on my chest. That didn't feel right. But it's cool now. Do loop is that looping of the concept, going around and around, jumping in and out of water, and realizing you can't swim, but you do it again, over and over again. And Sir knows he don't have no sense in his membrane. His brain ain't logical. It's not logical. The brains in your nose is not logical. So he keeps jumping in the water, not realizing that he can't swim until he's in there.
What is the thing you need most to find the funk?
A good funk band. What is the best activity to do while listening to funk? Dance.
And?
Dance your ass off. Smoke a joint. What's your favorite Prince song? It's going to be When Dolphins Cry and the Tambourine song.
And what about the song y'all did?
Erotic City. Everybody like Erotic City. Shit.
No, Paradigm.
Paradigm.
Oh, we're Paradigm. Yes.
Yeah, okay. If you have a favorite Prince song, I would say Paradigm.
Paradigm, yes.
Brother, Can You Paradigm?
Brother, Can You Paradigm?
You were known for performing for up to 3 straight hours. My question is, was this to be able to play lengthy sets, or was it primarily so musicians could party? like if they got too high, they could be swapped out for a more sober musician?
No, it wasn't that. It was actually so a lot of people could get a paycheck. You know, when the brides wasn't playing, we had musicians that come to play with us. When Boosie wasn't playing, his musician would come play with us. It was mainly to get some kind of paycheck. I mean, it happened every once in a while when somebody was high, but somebody on the stage could always take their place. We pretty much have 2 or 3 people on stage that could do each part. It was mainly to get a check for somebody.
But also, you've known to travel with 4 drummers.
Oh yeah, well that's so. The show is so long that sometimes you need 2 drummers to carry it on, but mainly because they needed a job.
You're not running for no.
Can you ride on the Mothership? I don't know if they allowed it up there at the museum.
What are some entertaining Boosie stories?
Oh,
The
Boots.
time you saw the UFO.
Yeah, right. The time he and I was driving in Toronto, and the UFO contactors hit the car.
A UFO.
Yeah, and he thought I knew something about it. He thought I was, so he really wasn't scared as I was when
Wait,
he.
hold on. We were driving to Toronto because a lot of people might not have heard this. We were driving into Toronto together.
And then we saw a flashing light hit the ground first. 3 to 4 minutes later, we saw it hit the ground again in front of us 2 times, and then it hit our car. All the street lights went out. They was going out slowly, and as we was driving, I told him, "You think you can get us out of here?" And Boosie wasn't scared until I act like I didn't know what was going on. He thought I knew everything. And when we got to my house, my daughter asked me, "Y'all look like y'all seen a ghost."
Didn't the light hit the car and it turned to liquid?
It turned to like mercury. Like mercury out of thermometer and rolled down the side of the car.
And then something happened to the radio?
And then as we wrote, that was happening before we listened to Johnny B. Good, and they were talking about outer space and shit. We wasn't high because we had just come through the border of Canada, so we wasn't high. And we drove on, and the street lights was going out. We got to my house and sat there in the car for about over half an hour. And my daughter walked out and said, "Y'all look like y'all seen a ghost."
And it was nighttime, but it was daytime when y'all came across the border.
When, like I said, the street lights was going out. Before that, 10 minutes earlier, not 10 minutes, but 3 minutes earlier, our concern was, how do you see light in daylight? Because the light that we saw looked like lightning, but how do you see light in daylight? And that was the concern. But when they hit the car, street lights was going out. We didn't realize that. I didn't realize for 10, 12 years later that we saw daylight you saw the light in daylight, and then the street lights went out. It didn't take but 3 minutes to get to where we were at from the first place we saw it. So that didn't occur to us till years later. I had to call Boots and ask him what time of day it was. He confirmed that it was daylight when we got there, but that happened. The street lights was going out. It had been on and was going out. So we lost a lot of time and never even realized it till years later.
Boosie has a new album out too, so make sure y'all support him and go get that album.
Okay, so
Was there any counter movement or objection to funk music, or was it a type of music that was accepted by everyone at the time? What treatment did you receive once you guys became a more well-known act? Well, first of all, we were too black for white folk. We was too white for black folk. But as time went on, the people that actually liked the funk grew and grew, small amount at a time. But when we got to the Mothership connection, we had a huge fan base by that time. So all the people who thought we was too black for this or too white for that, they all came over, and we've been like One Nation Under Groove ever since.